Alright Pistons fans, so in today's video we're going to be talking about will the Detroit Pistons make the playoffs next season. Now I've been pretty positive when it comes to the Pistons because I believe in its management. They've made moves in the past, they've shown me that they know how to maneuver and make the right moves, so I've been very positive with the Pistons. But when it comes to this topic specifically, I just can't agree with it. I'm not down with this. First and foremost, I feel like it's way too early to be deciding whether or not this team is going to make the playoffs or not. We don't know if Diallo's going to be back. We don't know if Frank Jackson's going to be back. Is Sekou going to be in the roster? Is Josh Jackson going to be on the roster next year? Who are we picking in the draft? Are we going Jalen Green? Are we going Cade Cunningham? Do we do a trade? What do we do with our second round picks? Do we draft players or do we move up? I feel like there are so many question marks. It's just way too early for me to be making a decision on if we're making the playoffs or not. But there is a lot of talk out there, so I decided to cave in and just give my general thoughts about this. But it is way too early to make an actual accurate prediction on this. But as of right now, my general thoughts on this is no. I believe next year we're going to end up being around the 10th seed. You can say I'm a Debbie Downer. I'm not trying to be negative, but I really don't believe that we're going to be playoff bound next season. The only way how I can see this is if Killian Hayes, Sekou Doumbouya, Isaiah Stewart, and Saddiq Bey all become gods, basically. Like, the only way how I see this happening is if Killian ends up reaching his prime already, Saddiq already reaches his prime, Isaiah Stewart already reaches his prime. That's the only way how I see this happening. Because yes, I believe that they're going to make massive improvements from year one to year two. I do believe that our young guys are going to improve and show that they've changed from year one to year two. But do I believe that they're going to make the leap so grand that they can make the playoffs next year? I don't think so. I know people want to bring up the Phoenix Suns often, but when you look at the Phoenix Suns, it's not like they did it all in 1 year. You know, Devin Booker, it's not like Devin Booker's first year in the NBA was last year. You know, they also have Chris Paul. They also have Crowder as well. They have a lot of talent on their roster, old and young. And when you look at our rosters, yes, we have Jeremy Grant. Yes, we have Mason Plumlee. We have Wayne Ellington. But those guys are not on the level of a Chris Paul. They're not on that level. And our young guys are not going to be on the level of Devin Booker. I love Cade Cunningham. Later in his career, you know, when Cade gets in his prime, there's a possibility that he can be better than Devin Booker. But as of right now, rookie year, there's no way he's going to be better than current Devin Booker. That's not possible. So please, stop trying to compare us to the Phoenix Suns. We're not going to end up being the Phoenix Suns. Yes, we're in the Eastern Conference, so there is a more likelihood that we can get to the playoffs with how bad the conference is. But still, I don't see it happening. I could see us being someone like a Charlotte Hornets, you know, a team who at one point in the season, they thought they had a chance to make it to the playoffs, but end up not making it to the playoffs. I could see us being like them. But as far as us, you know, having a guaranteed spot to make it to the playoffs, I heard someone say there's a chance we can make it to the 6th seed. I just don't really see it, man. Yes, there is a possibility that we can make some more moves this free agency, so we can make some big splashes out of nowhere, and we can somehow make that jump to the playoffs. But as of right now, with the current roster, I don't see it. There are just so many question marks on this squad. We don't know who's going to be on the roster next year. We don't know what the leap from year one to year two is. You know, some guys might end up making a sophomore slump because we've seen that happen before in the NBA. We just don't know. There are way too many question marks on this Pistons squad right now for me to say that we're going to make the playoffs next year. As of right now, I say, hey, 10th seed, 9th seed, I'll be cool with that. And I would hope that most of y'all in the comment section will be happy with making it to the 10th, 9th seed after Troy Weaver's second year being on this Pistons roster. Stop trying to rush the rebuild or restore, as Troy Weaver calls it. Just stop trying to rush it. It's going to take time. We're going to get there eventually, but this is not an instant thing. This is not an overnight thing. There's no guaranteed way that we're going to make the playoffs next year. I believe in the future, yes, we're going to make the playoffs. In the future, we're going to be competing for championships. We're going to be at the top eventually, but as of right now, come on, man. It's just too early for this, man. Second year in the NBA for Killian, Saddiq, Stu, Sekou is still young. I believe, man, just overall, 10th seed. That's if I'm making a prediction right now, before free agency, before they make any more off-season moves, I'm just going to say right now, somewhere around 10th seed. Maybe they could surprise me and make some more moves this offseason and get us to the playoffs, but as of right now, I don't see it. I'm not trying to be negative. I love this team. I love this roster. I love the management, love the coaching, but I just don't see us making it to the playoffs next year. So, Pistons fans, let me know how y'all feel in the comment section below. Like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Thank y'all for 1K, and I'm out.